Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Electrical Concepts. My name is Avigyan Roy. So in this video lecture, I'll be talking about the polarity of transformer. Okay, so let's start. So as we can see, this is the transformer core and this is the primary winding and this is the secondary winding. Okay, so here suppose this primary winding is the high voltage side winding. As you can see here, the number of turns are more than the number of turns in secondary winding. Okay, so secondary winding side is the low voltage side. And also one more thing to be observed, as because the secondary side is low voltage side, that means the current will be higher at the secondary side. That means the secondary winding is thick, it is more thick compared to the primary winding. Okay, so these things are very common and this is not the main focus. Our main focus is the polarity of transformer. So the moment you give the supply, and as because this is the sinusoidal supply, so for an instant, let's say this is plus and this is minus, so what will happen, the current will start flowing in this fashion, and as you can see, current is flowing through winding in this fashion. All right, and the self-induced EMF is E1. Okay, this is the polarity. According to Lentz's law, this E1 will oppose this V1. Okay, and also there will be a flux, right? So this is the flux phi1 that is generated by the current I1. All right, so now this flux will link with the secondary winding, this secondary side. Okay, and accordingly the EMF will also be induced at the secondary side, and that EMF is called mutually induced EMF, right? And according to Lentz's law, that mutually induced EMF will be such that it can oppose the flux. All right, so that mutually induced EMF will try to make the current flow in such a way so that that current can oppose this flux by generating another flux. Okay, so see here, the mutually induced EMF is E2 and this is the polarity, and this E2 will drive a current I2 in this fashion. See, the current is flowing in this fashion through the winding, and as you can use the thumb rule. Okay, and by using thumb rule you can see the flux direction is opposite. This phi2 is opposite to phi1. Okay, and this phi2 will try to oppose this phi1. This is the Lentz's law, and as you all know, these two fluxes will try to cancel out each other, and finally the remaining flux or the resultant flux is nothing but the no load flux, as you all know. Okay, so that is the separate concept. So now as you can see here, this is the polarity. Here the plus side is coming here and negative minus negative polarity is coming at that side. All right, and similarly for the secondary side voltage V2, this also the positive polarity is coming here and negative polarity is coming here. And so here what we can conclude is the positive polarity for both primary and secondary windings are at the same side. See here, positive polarity is there, and at this side also the positive polarity is there. Okay, so we can replicate this using this circuit diagram. See here, it will be easier to understand. The plus sign is at the same side for both the windings. Okay, so that will be called the subtractive polarity. Why, I will tell you later. So, and this thing can be easily represented by two dots. As you can see, there are two dots, and this is known as dot convention. Okay, if plus is here at the primary side, similarly plus will also be at the same side in secondary as well. All right, similarly if negative is here, negative will also be here in the secondary. So that is the concept of dot. Okay, and dot at the same side means it is subtractive polarity. Why? Because we know the polarity test. We have done it in our laboratory experiments. So if it is if the dots are at the same side, and if you connect a voltmeter in this fashion, okay, so that voltmeter will give the subtraction of these two voltages. Okay, so the voltmeter reading will be V1 minus V2, and that is why it is called subtractive polarity. All right, so as you can see, this dot convention actually depends on your winding, okay, how your winding is wound or how your winding is wrapped up around the core, okay. And now I will show you how by changing this formation of winding you can change the dots, okay, you can change the polarities, okay. So just try to understand this much, and also remember one thing. See here, the primary winding is wound up in this fashion and secondary winding is wound up in this fashion, okay. So in next slide I will show you another example where I have kept the primary winding same as this, but I have reversed the orientation of secondary winding. See here, the primary winding orientation is same as previous, but in that case, see, the secondary winding orientation is just opposite compared to the previous case, okay. So now I will show you by changing this orientation of secondary side winding you can actually change the polarity, okay. So similarly here the voltage, if you apply the voltage, the current will flow like this, and this is the flux phi1 that will be generated by I1, okay. Now the important parts come. See, this flux phi1 will again link with this winding, and again the mutually induced EMF E2 will try to develop a current which will oppose the cause, that means flux phi1, in this way. See, again the flux phi2 is opposite to phi1 according to Lenge's law, but in this time, as you can see, the polarities are reversed. Initially, if you remember in my previous slide, the polarities are different. In previous slide, what did you see? The plus side was here and negative minus was here, okay. But here see, the plus and minus are completely reversed, okay. So because anyhow it has to satisfy the Lenge's law, and accordingly it does the modification, okay. So this time the current is flowing in this fashion, okay. So the entire polarity gets reversed, all right. So this can be replicated by this circuit diagram. See, in this case the plus sign is here, but the plus sign is here at the secondary side. Initially both the plus were at the same side, but here the plus signs are at the opposite side, and that is why dots are also opposite to each other, okay. And that is called additive polarity. Why? Because if we again perform the polarity test using the voltmeter, that voltmeter will show the reading V1 plus V2, because now these two voltages, if you apply the KVL, you will get to see these two voltages will be added up, and the voltmeter will show V1 plus V2. Initially it was V1 minus V2, that is why that was called subtractive polarity, but it is called additive polarity, okay. So this is the concept of polarity of transformer. So what is the conclusion? The conclusion is, by changing the orientation of your winding, that means how the winding is wound up in your across the core, by changing that formation you can actually change the polarity. Initially V1 and V2 were at the same phase, but in this case V1 and V2 are the opposite phase, or U1 and E2 are at the opposite phase, okay. So by changing the orientation you can change the polarity. And now you may ask that what is the requirement, what is the necessity of doing these things. Actually this dot convention is very much useful while doing the parallel operation of transformer, because in parallel operation you connect multiple transformers in parallel, okay. So there you should be aware of the dots, okay, because if you don't know this dot convention, then there will be improper connection, and that may result in a circulating current inside among the transformers that can actually damage the entire system due to excessive heat loss. So to prevent this, to have a proper connection in parallel operation, this dot convention is so much required, and that is why these things are done. The polarity test is, that's why so much important, okay. So I hope you have got a clear idea now what is the polarity of transformer, how the this plus minus these things are built up, how the dots are coming into the picture, okay, and how the additive and subtractive polarity are determined. So now I hope these things are clear to you. So in next video lecture I will come up with some more interesting concepts like this, and please like this video, also subscribe to my channel, okay. Thanks for watching and goodbye.